All right. Sid Shniad, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us today to talk about the first anti-Zionist conference in Vienna, which took place just about a month ago.
Mhm.
Sid, you're in Vancouver. You went to this shindig. What did it feel like?
It was a wonderful feeling. I'm told there were as many as 500 people there. I'm notoriously bad at crowd estimates, but it was a big group of people. And
Mondeweiss's article actually said 1,000. I don't know if that.
wow,
Yeah,
okay,
mm,
two different
right,
estimates, one of which
right.
is wrong. It was really a good battery charger because, I mean, as we all know, we're all living in this horrible time of unprecedented, gruesome attack on people of Gaza. And it's good to be shoulder to shoulder with people from all kinds of walks of life in different parts of the world, sharing a common revulsion to what's happening and a determination about doing something about it.
What did it was a joyous, a grim, a hard line? What was the kind of I think the word is zeitgeist. What was the feeling like?
Strong, powerful solidarity and determination to do something profound to get to the root of this, to begin putting an end to this ongoing crime.
Did you go there with other Canadians, or were you alone? Did you go as representative of IJV, or did you go on your own?
I went as a representative of Independent Jewish Voices, and as far as I know, I was the only Canadian there. I met a couple of expat Canadians who were there, one from South Africa, and I can't remember where the other one was.
Right. Okay. I will include in my blog post a link to the site, which has all the videos on it as well. But was there anything there that I'm sure things surprised you? What surprised you?
I think it's not so much surprise as the insistence of just about everybody there on a couple of fundamentals. One, that the whole idea of two states is completely gone. That it wasn't an issue with anybody. Nobody wants to compromise on that because they see it as a matter of principle. For there to be a continuing Jewish state would mean the continuation within those boundaries of apartheid and all of the crimes associated with it. So that's on the one hand, and it would leave the Palestinians at the mercy of this ongoing racist state.
Right.
So people are determined to pursue one democratic state, as one participant, Gada Carmi, characterized it, one state, a non-denominational, a liberal state of equality for all its citizens.
Right.
I think that the power of that was a very important key message that came out of the conference.
Now, this conference took place in Vienna, which has a sort of historical significance for Zionism. It's where Theodor Herzl, I don't know if he's born there, but certainly where he's from. I remember visiting the Theodor Herzl Platz in Vienna when I was there many, many years ago. Just we hear a lot about the intolerance in Germany for anti-Zionist Jews, for Palestinians. Is that also replicated in Austria, or is Austria different?
I gather it tracks it pretty closely, but not as ferociously. Germany is in a class of its own.
Hmm.
But while we were there, it was announced during the conference that this was going to be, I don't know if it was the month of June, was going to be Theodor Herzl month and things like that. I mean, Europe has not gotten over what Ilan Pape, who was one of the presenters there, characterized as its racism toward Jews, which is at the root of their philo-Semitism, their love of Jews and Israel. And he made the point, and I think it was one of the things that I really took with me from the conference, that Israel, Germany's and Europe's general support, unquestioning support of Israel, is rooted in a dismissal of the humanity of the Palestinians and a failure, an ongoing refusal to address Europe's racism toward Jews. And I think that two of those things go together very importantly.
So the racism towards Jews is linked with a love of Israel or a support of Israel. Is that?
Unconditional support
Hmm,
of Israel to most extraordinary degrees.
hmm.
yesterday I saw online that four grandmothers who were demonstrating for Palestine in Britain were arrested under the Terrorism Act
Mm,
because they were
mm,
showing a Palestinian flag. I mean, this is insane,
yeah.
absolutely insane.
Okay. Um, s- what do you bring back to your colleagues, either your Jewish colleagues or your Canadian colleagues? Like does it are there lessons, key insights you got that you think you would are worth sharing?
What happened in Vienna reinforced me in the view that IJV and other Jewish organizations have a key role to play, and that is taking to civil society the message that anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism.
Mm,
Those of us who have been involved in the struggle for Palestine for a long time, I think, have come to take it for granted that that is generally understood and acknowledged in civil society, and it is not. My experience recently has strongly reinforced the notion that people in civil society know that something terrible is going on in Gaza, but that between a combination of fear of being called anti-Semitic for raising the issue, or being smeared and doxxed by Zionist forces, they don't react to the crimes that are being committed there the way they would similar crimes committed anywhere else.
mm.
And I recently have had a couple of very powerful experiences talking to doctors, and on another occasion, Lutheran pastors, talking about the difference between anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism, and the necessity for all people to side with the humanity of Palestinians as human beings.
Mm,
The impact was profound, Peter.
mm,
It was like lifting a burden from people's shoulders, that
mm.
they know that something is wrong. They want to do something about it, but have been blocked by the combination of being accused of being anti-Semites, or being intimidated or smeared for standing up.
That's really very encouraging. Sid, are there long-standing relationships established between IGV Canada and comparable anti-Zionist Jewish organizations in Europe? Are you able to establish some links?
These are growing. There is actually a webinar this Thursday. You should probably post that on your podcast. There is a webinar with four different Jewish anti-Zionist organizations, and the keynote speaker will be Dr. Gabor Mate. And it is the overall title is called "We Will Not Be Silenced."
Hmm.
And these are anti-Zionist Jews speaking out against Zionism and for the cause of Palestine.
Sid, if you send me a link to that, I'll be glad to include it in my post on this. And so thanks for spending time. Thanks for going. Thanks for sharing your views. And thank you for the important work that you and IGV Canada does in opening up a discussion about Israel, particularly for people who are concerned about this whole haunting fear of being called, or being, not just being called, but being worrying that you really are being anti-Semitic by not
Mhm.
paying enough attention to it. So, Sid Shniad, thank you so much, and have a good day.
You too. Thanks a
Okay,
lot, Peter.
okay, bye.